Hello guys, my name is Ben.
It's your boy Andrew.
Alright, and we will be watching RWBY again. Like I said, I have already seen everything about this. I'm simply guiding him through the process, correcting anything that he may go off the rails with too far. So such as him thinking that Yang was based on Rapunzel. That is a simple correction that I will do. I will correct him and guide him to the correct answer, as long as it doesn't spoil. So, one thing I did forget to tell you was that for the narrator, her voice actress is Cortana from Halo.
Really?
Yes. And I would imagine it would be because of the link that they have with Halo, because of Red versus Blue.
Red versus Blue. Yeah.
I would imagine it would be some sort of deal that they had. I don't know what kind of contract they have. That's none of my business. But it is Cortana.
Well, that's pretty awesome, actually.
Cortana is the one that is doing the narrating for now.
Dude, if I hear Master Chief walk in, I'm gonna be
All right. So we will be watching chapter 2 and 3 of volume 1. They are two-parter, so we'll be watching one and then the other.
Okay, so chapter 2 and 3? 2
and 3, they'll be together. They're shorter ones due to budget. They couldn't fit it all later. And for these ones, if you take them together, it's maybe like 10-ish minutes. If you go later down the road, like in later volumes, you started getting 18-minute episodes or chapters, whatnot. So it gets longer because they get more popular. Budget goes up.
Yeah.
They go under a big company that eventually helps them out. But yeah, so let's go ahead and dive on in.
Let's get it.
So all the openers, actually most of the music is very rock style. And that's why I love this music. That's why it's not just like, I mean, there are a couple variations, you know? But very, very rock. But before that, what do you think about the opener?
Yeah, what do I think about the opener?
Yeah, what do you think about the opener?
It's interesting. I mean, it's almost like any like basic anime opener. I will say I just want to know who's in the grave. I want to know who that white hood is and who's in the grave. That's all I want to know.
I will tell you the name on the grave because it does show. The name on the grave says Summer Rose.
Oh, so I'm gonna take a wicked guess. It's her mother.
Yeah, that's the name written on the grave.
I would take some.
And like I said, that is in the red trailer. So I've not spoiled anything.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that. I apologize, guys. I didn't notice.
It's fine. It's small deal. That's what I'm here for.
Yeah,
that's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Saying those are really cool ships.
So her mother was also a hooded character, just like her.
Yeah.
Oh, that's her mother. I don't know how they don't anime look. Yellow eyes, yellow hair. Sister, black
You
hair.
from sales cut nothing on this.
That kid's got a collapsible snap!
Actually, like the introduction of a hard drawn scene. I think that's cool.
Easy
I
there,
like
little
that.
sister. They're just weapons.
Just weapons? They're an extension of ourselves. They're a part of us. Oh, they're so cool.
Well, why can't you swing over your own weapon? Aren't you happy with it?
Of course I'm happy with Crescent Rose.
Just whips it out.
Really like seeing new ones. It's
Just
like meeting new
here.
people. But better.
Right? Then please, shark
Ruby,
is all in one.
come on. Why don't you go try and make some friends of your own?
But why would I need friends when I have you?
Well, actually, my friends are here now. Gotta go catch up. Hit you.
Wait, where are you going?
Big sister.
Yeah, right?
I don't know what I'm doing.
That's pretty normal, I'd say.
What are you doing? Sorry. Sorry? Do you have any
Was
idea
it
of the
what?
damage you could have caused? Give me that.
So they're not
This
related.
is dust. mined and purified from the Schnee quarry. What are you, brain dead? Dust, fire, water, lightning, energy.
She's rude.
Are you even listening to me? Is any of this sinking in?
Ow.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Why?
Unbelievable! This is exactly the kind of thing I was talking about. I'm really, really sorry. You
Well,
complete
I don't know
don't.
where Black is from.
What are you even doing here? Aren't you a little
That's
young
like
to be
going
attending
over.
Beacon? Well, I... This isn't your ordinary combat school. It's not just sparring and practice, you know. We're here to
I feel
fight
like white
monsters,
supposed
so
to be
watch where you're
interesting.
going. Hey, I said I was sorry, princess.
It's Eris, actually. Weiss
That's
Schnee,
who?
heiress to the
Eris.
Schnee Dust Company, one of the largest producers of energy propellant in the world.
Finally, some recognition.
This same company, infamous for its controversial labor forces and questionable business partners.
What? How dare! The nerve of... Oh! I promise I'll make this up to you. I guess I'm not the only one having a rough first day.
Attitude, bro.
So, what's...
You got the hips. Like, damn, let's go slow hips. What is this? They're all on heels though, and she's got the
Welcome to
combat
Beacon.
boots. Got no sweat. Oh.
Hey,
Vomit
I'm
Boy.
John.
It's what?
Ruby,
Vomit Boy, that's what they called him in the last episode.
Aren't you the guy that threw up on the ship?
I thought you said abominable snowman. I was like, wait, what? I am confused.
All I'm saying is that motion sickness is a much more common problem than people let on.
Look,
For
I'm
love of
sorry.
interest.
Vomit Boy was the first thing that came to mind.
Oh yeah? What if I called you
No,
Craterface?
man.
Hey,
Chef's
that
put us in a
explosion
heart,
was an
too.
accident.
Well, the name's Jean Arc. Short, sweet, rolls off the tongue. Ladies love it.
Do they?
They will.
He's
Well,
like the.
I hope they
he's
will.
like the
I mean, my
human
mom
who has
always
no
says that.
abilities. He just
Never mind.
he wants to.
So, I got this thing.
Whoa! Is that a scythe?
It's also a customizable, high-impact sniper rifle.
What?
And then when he thought he was
also
cool,
a
then he
gun.
saw that and was like, yeah, I'm not
That's
cut out for
cool.
this.
So what do you got?
Oh, I got this sword. Yeah, got a shield too.
Oh,
what did
it
he
turns
do?
it.
Whoa, that's
Oh man, his sword holder turns into a shield. Okay, in real life that would be kind of cool actually.
the shield gets smaller, so when I get tired of carrying it, I can just put it away.
But wouldn't it weigh the same?
Yeah, it does.
Well, I'm kind of a dork when it comes to weapons. I guess I did go a little overboard in designing it.
Wait, you made that?
Of
He
course.
designed it, by the way.
All students at Signal forge
Oh,
their
she
own weapons.
designed it, so it's not from mama.
Didn't you make yours?
It's a hand-me-down. My great-great-grandfather used it to fight in the war.
Sounds more like a family heirloom to me. Well, I like it. Not many people have an appreciation for the classics these days.
Yeah, the classics.
Classics.
So why'd you help me out back there in the courtyard?
Eh, why not? My mom always says,
Usually.
strangers are just friends you haven't met yet.
Chewed off his sword and she's.
Hey, where are
Okay,
we
it's
going?
just a
Oh,
classic.
I don't know. I was following
Got
you.
a sniper rifle scythe with a shotgun. barrel,
You think there might be a
chilling.
directory?
Size
Maybe a
of Mount
food
Rushmore.
court? Some sort of recognizable
Chopping down a
landmark?
werewolf. Thought you were chopping
Is,
down.
is that a
not
no?
even chopping down.
That's a no.
Was that chapter 2?
Yes.
I guess you were right in chapter 3.
So that was chapter 2. She was actually being really nice,
Oh,
saying that
okay.
it was, oh, it's classic. You know, I appreciate.
I mean, I get that she was
classic, you know?
trying to be like, but see, like, you know.
So imagine her right now.
Uh-huh.
So she's 2 years younger. So
Oh, okay.
she's currently age 14,
Oh wow.
right?
Younger than the game.
Age 14, going into a thing where all the new, like the freshman level people, they're all 16.
Oh.
So Weiss, Blake, Yang, they're all 16.
Oh, so
right.
she did skip. She skipped
She's
ahead.
2 years younger than everyone else.
But she
So
just
imagine back when we were in high school, if there was someone who was 2 years younger than me, right? What,
Yeah.
remember how we used to joke about freshmen when we were
yeah,
juniors?
all the time.
We would trash talk them
Oh,
all the
all
time.
the
So
time.
that it's just nature.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
she's
yeah.
2 years younger automatically.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So and now everyone's like, oh, she moved.
Yeah,
Why
but
is she in the same place as me? She's 2 years younger than me. So she's in special, you know. So she's she's in a weird spot where she wants to make friends,
Yeah, but she's also
like
the
she's kind of
outcast.
socially awkward.
Yeah. Because her age, and then she's kind of like the outcast just because of her age and the grading.
But his name was Jean Arc.
Sean Arc.
Jean Arc.
Jean Arc.
You know who he's based on?
Oh.
Okay. It is. I don't know if I want to say. It is. It is going to be a historical figure, not necessarily mythology, but the name is a dead giveaway. It's literally the same.
Arc.
Jean Arc. Joan of Arc.
Oh, Joan of Arc. Oh.
Literally,
yeah.
he is the gender flipped version
Oh, okay.
of Joan of Arc.
Okay.
So,
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on Black right now. I'm trying to figure out who Black is. I have no idea.
So, there are other characters that are also based on historical figures. You will figure out.
Okay.
There are pretty much three groups of people. There are fairy tales. There are people based on the Wizard of Oz, that whole story, and then there are like historical kind of figures.
Okay.
So, on to the Shiny Beacon Part 2.
Alright.
So let's go. That's Summer Rose. John Arc.
Ruby, over here! I saved you a spot! Oh, hey, I gotta go. I'll see you after the ceremony.
Hey, wait! Ah, great. Where am I supposed to find another nice, quirky girl to talk to?
How's your first date going, little sister? You mean since you ditched me and I exploded? Yikes, meltdown already? No, I literally exploded a hole in front of the school, and there was some fire, and I think some ice. Are you being
That's called
sarcastic?
something.
I wish! I tripped over some crabby
Oh,
girl's
God.
luggage, and then she yelled at me, and then I sneezed, and then I exploded, and then she yelled again.
I noticed
and I
the
felt
silhouettes
really,
are on, like, a
really
repeat
bad,
if
and I
you watch
just wanted
them.
her to stop
Like,
yelling at
they-
me.
they
You!
move it
Oh
and they
God, it's
stop, all of a sudden
happening
they
again!
rewind.
You're lucky we weren't blown off the side of
Noticed
the
that?
cliff.
I don't know if
Oh
you
my
noticed that.
god,
I
you
noticed
really exploded.
It was an accident! It was an accident!
They do what they
The
can.
Schnee Dust Company
Yeah.
is not responsible
Oh,
for
you
any
said
injuries or
explain it.
damages
I
sustained while
understand.
operating
No,
a Schnee
I
Dust
just
Company
thought it was funny.
product.
I
Although
call-
not
I
mandatory,
called
the
it.
Schnee family highly encourages their customers to read and
That's for
familiarize themselves
dummies.
with this easy-to-follow guide to dust application and practice in the field.
You really want to start making things up to me?
Absolutely.
Read this and don't ever speak to me again.
Look, it sounds like you two just got off on the wrong foot. Why don't you start over and try to be friends, okay?
Yeah, great idea, sis. Hello,
Is
Weiss.
Yellow really just that
I'm
much
Ruby.
taller than everybody?
Wanna hang out?
Yeah.
We could go shopping for school supplies.
No wonder she
Yeah,
throws
and we
hands.
can
She's
paint our
freaking
nails and
giganto.
try on clothes and talk about cute
She's
boys
Actually,
like
kind
tall,
of
blonde,
like, average
and
height.
scraggly
really?
I
over
don't
there.
think they're like.
Well, really? No.
He's like
I'll
6'2", I think.
keep this
Oh, really?
brief.
Yeah.
Is your
You
hand?
have traveled here today in
Maybe like
search of knowledge,
He's
to hone your craft and acquire new skills. And when you have finished, you plan to dedicate your life to the protection of the people. But I look amongst you, and all I see is wasted energy, in need of purpose, direction. You assume knowledge will free you of this, but your time at this school will prove that knowledge can only carry you so far. It is up to you to
Is
take the first
is
step.
what they're using 3D? Is that cheaper than doing hard drawn
You
animation?
are gathering
Yes,
the ballroom
by a
tonight.
significant
Tomorrow,
amount.
your initiation begins. Be ready. You are dismissed.
He seemed kind of off.
It's almost like he wasn't even there.
That makes sense because
I'm a
they
natural
spent
blonde,
time
you know.
in creating the character, and then after they create the character,
Like-
the model.
I'm a natural blonde, you know. Throwing in.
Oh, that's rough. They gotta sleep on the floor.
It's
the
like a
ballroom.
big slumber party.
I don't think Dad would approve of all the boys, though.
I know I do.
Oh, I'm so sick.
Ugh.
My man,
What's that?
the onesie.
A letter to the gang back at Signal.
All these
I
other
promise
dudes
to
are
tell
showing
them
off
all
a
about
six pack. My man
Beacon
comes
and how
in
things
with
are
a
going.
onesie, bro.
Aw, that's so
Bro, you are
cute.
slipping.
Shut up. I didn't get to take my friends with me to school. It's weird not knowing anyone here. What
You
about
totally
John?
tell by
He's
the mannerisms,
nice.
dude, and the way they
There you
act.
go.
It's
Plus
totally
one
an
friend.
American-made,
That's a
show.
100% increase.
Pretty
He
sure
says
White's
American-made,
counts
right?
as a negative friend.
Yeah, you can tell.
Back to 0.
Elevator.
There's no such thing as negative friends. You just made one friend and one enemy. Look, it's only been one day. Trust me, you've got friends all around you. You just haven't met them yet.
That girl.
You know her?
Not really. She saw what happened this morning, but left
Arena
before I
book.
could say anything.
Well, now's your chance. Well, wait, what are you doing?
Who are you?
I believe you two may know each other.
Aren't you that girl that exploded? Yeah. My name's Ruby. But you can just call me Crater. Actually, you can just call me Ruby. Okay.
What are you doing? I don't know, help me. So, what's your name?
Blake.
Well, Blake, I'm Yang, Ruby's older sister. I like your bow.
Thanks.
It goes great with your pajamas.
Right.
Nice night, don't you think?
Yes, it's lovely. Almost as lovely as this book. That I will continue to read. As soon as you leave.
Yeah, this girl's a lost cause.
What's it
Put
about?
a finger on.
Huh? Your book.
You probably
Does
won't
it
get
have
to
a
the end.
name? Well, it's about a man with 2 souls, each fighting for control over his body.
Oh yeah, that's real lovely.
I love books. Yang used to read to me every night before bed. Stories of heroes and monsters. They're one of the reasons I want to be a huntress. Why is that? Hoping you'll live happily ever after? Well, I'm hoping we all will. As a girl, I wanted to be just like those heroes in the books. As someone who fought for what was right and who protected people who couldn't protect themselves. That's very ambitious for a child. Unfortunately, the real world isn't the same as a fairy tale. Well, that's why we're here. To make it better.
Oh, I'm so
Very
proud
cool.
of my baby
You did
sister.
that.
Cut it out!
Well, Ruby, yay.
Oh, they did some. It
It's
looked like
What
that
in
was
the
hard
world is
drawing
going
right
on
there.
over here? Don't you realize some of us are trying to sleep?
Oh, she's
Oh,
super
not you,
grandma.
Dad!
guys, she's right.
Oh
People
yeah,
are
I
trying
took
to
the
sleep.
black, the black was
now
the
you're on
grandma.
my
Nah,
side.
that's
I was
the
always
grandma.
on your side. Yeah, what's
Where
your
am
problem
I?
with my
Explain.
sister? She's only trying to be nice. She's a hazard to my health.
She's not based off of. You said her empire was based off.
In the same way.
Is it a well-known fairy tale?
I think so. I mean, it's. Like I said, you won't. There's a big drop at the end of the volume
Where it's like
In
a
which-
giveaway?
in which you'll be like, oh,
Oh,
okay. So that's why like, right now there's not really like. I mean, you could guess it, and you might guess it. Like, you just go down the list. But I'm just gonna let you know. I'm not going to. Even if you do guess it, I'm not going to tell you because I don't. Because at this point, you're just going to start throwing off names.
Yeah, I'm just.
And you're gonna be like, ugh,
Yeah.
it's this one, or it's not that one, it's this
I'll
one, it's not
ruin
this
it.
one, it's this one, and you're just gonna keep going until you
Yeah.
eventually get it. So I'm just gonna, at this point, I'm just not gonna tell you until the end.
Yeah.
Until literally the end of the volume. So, so
Respect.
here we had pretty much the beginning, right? Where she's going through, she's like, oh my gosh, I exploded, and then Weiss comes over, and kind of, this is like, yeah, Dust for Dummies. Like, it's like,
Yeah.
It, I mean, what more can you get? So she is the heiress to the Schneeg Dust Company. Dust being the physical form of magic in which you are able to use. You're able to. She has it in her sword, so that's why she's able to
Okay.
do the
That
thing.
makes sense.
So
Yeah,
which
that's
is
what I
why,
figured.
since she's the heiress, she has a massive. She's very skilled with it, and she's very much able to have high access to it. That's why it's in her weapon.
That's what those zoos are trying to steal in the first episode.
Yes, they were stealing dust, which is like you have Lien, which is the money,
Yeah.
right? They set it, but it's not very. Leon is kind. They're like cards. They look like Monopoly money, but they're like cards that have values. Like, throw 'em in. That's how much it is. It's not like cash or change or anything. It's just cards.
A knob for stats for.
Oh, I had that. I don't know why. I think it's because. Okay, so but yes, like I said, so she is the heiress to the Shinny Dust Company. So she is next in line to become the CEO of this. But she's only 16. She's not old enough to take it yet. So when she takes it, she'll be in charge. So right now, she's coming from a very high class area because this is like dust is how they beat the monsters, which are attacking people.
Okay.
So they're pretty much the suppliers for the hunters, which makes them very valuable. You can see that. They're like, you need these. It's like giving bullets to the military or weapons to the military, right? It's like if you were able to create weapons and give them to the military, that is the equivalent.
Okay.
Right. So you need these guys, right? Also in the previous chapter, when she was going off, you heard when they introduced both Weiss and Blake.
Yeah.
Blake mentioned, she was like, oh, because Ruby was like, oh, I'm sorry, princess, and it's heiress actually, heiress to the Shinny Dust Company. And they were like, this is the largest producer, like distributor of dust.
Okay.
Right. And then she's like, thank you, finally some recognition, like finally put me where I belong. And then Blake was like, the same company, infamous for its controversial labor forces and questionable labor laws. Or business partners, questionable business partners. So like apparently there's some shady stuff going in with the company.
Okay.
So it's very big, but it has some shade with it. So that's apparently what's going on. So she was like, how dare you, like talk about my company like that. So that's kind of like her backstory right now.
Yeah.
They're going through. He's talking about initiation. He's like, hey, like you think we're just gonna give you this? This isn't something we just give you. You have to take it. Like you have to make that push.
Yeah.
So like, oh, you're gonna stay in the ballroom, and that's where we see my man's.
I promise to tell them all about Beak.
My man's. Just saying. My man's chilling, bro. Dude, chilling. Just saying. So my man's Jean in a onesie. They're talking. Very book. This could be a clue if you wanted. Very book interested. That would go into her story. One thing I do want to show you. Just watch this. Watch this hand right here.
Cut it out!
Oh, hey, catch that. She straight up goes for the jaw. Bro, the jaw.
I just wanted to show you that. That's my all-time favorite part of this this like beginning part. Because
she must not remember. Older sister got hands. Like she's straight hands.
I mean, you see them toiling and stuff. It ends with it ends like this, but you see them both smiling, having a good time. But it's funny. So, but yeah, these are the 4 characters. They're introduced.
Long legs though, bro. Look at them legs.
I think it's just high-waisted pants. Anything. Or maybe not, because that distance right there.
Look at the leg, bro. It's more than half her body.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah, I'm 2/3 legs.
But yeah, so what'd you think?
It's pretty good so far. Like you said, it's more of a slower start, but it's more so, like you said, character development. So kind of get the gist.
Yeah, that's pretty much what they're doing. They're just developing characters, set up for a long play. They're playing the long game.
The long game,
rather than doing anything else. So
I understand.
But yeah, so that was his reaction to chapter 2 and 3. My guidance for chapter 2 and 3, I guess. We're gonna be moving on to chapter 4 and 5. See you guys in the next one. All right, so check out our Twitch.
Yep.